Hey guys, it's Austin with Invertebrates ETC, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to take y'all around the room and show y'all some. I've got some updates, and we're going to be moving some stuff. But first, we're going to escape this tank right here. This is a 10-gallon rimless aquarium that I have de-rimmed myself, and as I'm sure you, well, maybe you can't. Yeah, as I'm sure you can tell, it's got water in it, somewhat. Um, I've tested this out for a few days just to make sure it was going to hold water. And, well, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be scaping it if it didn't. But, we're going to be scaping this tank, and then I'm going to show y'all some stuff around the room. And, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to grab some substrate. Alright guys, now that I've got the substrate in, I've got a couple, they're not really good pieces of dragon wood, or wood stone, that, I mean, I wouldn't really, pick and choose these out, but I got them off a buddy. They were like $10 for the 3 of them, and I was like, oh, well, can't really pass that up. He just didn't need them anymore, but I think what I want to go for is like a cove, kind of. I have one big piece and 2 smaller pieces. One's long and one's kind of triangle shaped. But I'll see what I can do, and yeah, we'll see what it turns out like. Alright guys, so I think this is what we're going to go with the hardscape. I know it's not much, but I think you can kind of see what I'm going for here. A little entrance, and then it kind of branches off around here. There's a little cave, and then through here, so there's pathways through there. And one place to get completely over, or completely hide, and then I don't know, I don't escape like normal people. You see everybody, they move the rocks around. It takes them 20-30 minutes, but literally this was like a 3 or 4 minute job, and most of it. Alright guys, so that's all I'm going to fill it up to right now. I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to filter it slowly up when I'm done and connect the filter, which is just going to be a little sponge filter, a little 25 gallon without recycling. Actually, it's been in there. It was the first filter in the tank, but since then I have one to take out. So I'm going to put that in here, in this back right corner, and we're going to clean it right now though. So, yeah, let's get into that. Alright guys, so I have planted it and I'll take you through it, and I put the sponge filter on and hooked it up. And, sorry, I'm just moving some leaves that were up here. As y'all, I'll take care of that water being unlevel too. I don't know why it's unlevel, the rest of them are fine. But, I have put the sponge filter in here, and it came out of the rainbow tank. So, it should have some cycled media on it, but I always give everything a week. Plus, I think the stock that I'm going to put in it is going to take a little bit to get here. So, that's going, and I've got this little air pump, and it's pretty cool. My buddy actually gave this to me. He had two of them. It's a Hawkeye 201, and I mean, I'm holding this thing in my hands, and it feels, I can't even feel it vibrating barely. You can't hear it at all. It's a quiet little air pump. I mean, granted, I can't hook it from there to over here and have both of them running, but you know, it's a nice little air pump. It does what I need. But what I put in this tank here, let me get some light. I've got some Hydrocodal Japan Mini or whatever. I don't know if that's mini or not. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's the little version of it. I have some Ludwigia Red that came from the store. This little guy, I have no clue what he is. He was actually in the substrate when I went to go get it, so I figured I'd just pop him in here, see if he grows. I have some Cryptocorine. Again, I'm not sure what kind this is. If y'all know, just drop it in the comments. But this was in the other tank I'm about to show y'all, and I figured it might like some nitrates, because I think that's getting sucked up a good bit. And back there I have some water wisteria, what we call wisteria. I'm not sure if that's what everybody calls wisteria, but it's what we call it, so I'm going with that. But I put that behind there. I'm hoping it'll grow up in that corner, which I think it will. And yeah, I mean, it's not clear yet. I did just do it. Oh, and I've got some Salvania minima in here. And I'm going to clean that sponge filter and get all the random plants off, because I don't want that crap in here. There's a reason I didn't put moss in here, and there's a little bit trying to sneak in. But yeah, that's all that's going to be in here. Finding a lid is going to be a bit difficult, as I mean, I did just de-rim this, so I don't know if a 10-gallon lid will fit, and I don't have one spare to put on it to try it out, because this one is kind of holding two lights. But let's move on to some other stuff, and then I'll come back and I'll level this, and y'all probably, I think y'all are going to be a little behind, maybe a week or so, because I am editing all on my phone, and you know, I'm all new to this, so I'm not that good. So this will probably be a little bit grown in. It'll definitely be clear, and I already have the light figured out and everything. Next time y'all see this tank. So yeah, it'll look a lot better than this. But again, when next time y'all see this tank, it will also be stocked. So, you know, check back on that when it's ready. If you follow my Instagram too, I'll put that down in the description. It'll probably be on there before it'll be on YouTube. You know, putting the plug in. But let's move on. So this tank, this is just a little 10-gallon I set up. It's got an Aquaclear 20 on it. I cannot, for the life of me, remember the name of that plant back there. But it grows, and it seems like every 5 steps it grows, like, you know, every leaf stage, it loses 4. Like, it just kills off 4. And I'm not sure why. But it's been growing. I've got some in the rainbow tank I'll show you. Then, you know, obviously the Aquaclear just caught some random moss. But this is going to be a green jade tank. I think it might just be a moss grow out tank. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That was the original plan though. I've got a thing of algae on there. Well, moss ball, but algae ball. And I took some clippings off of my flame moss, as you can tell, because it wasn't but twice that, or it wasn't but half that size. Flame moss, peacock, and then weeping moss. It was just all getting out of hand, and I had to do something about it, so I trimmed it off, and I'm going to let it grow a little bit, and then I'm probably going to give it away, sell it, I don't know. We'll do something with it, though. I've just got 2 LEDs on here. Soft whites. I've been needing to get the daylight bulbs, but I think I'm just going to get some LEDs. Floodlights, like on the Caradina tanks and the rainbow tank, and get it for these 2 tanks. I don't know. That moss is growing pretty well, and so is that other plant, so I might just leave that on there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Everything's a work in progress. And then there's this tank. This is a little weird. So my buddy I've got the plug for all this stuff. Just one buddy. He gave me a bunch of this moss. I picked out the willow moss and rubber banded it on there. Or not willow, I'm sorry, peacock moss. And then there's willow and flame mixed in here, and I'm just letting it grow all one big clump. And a little Salvania minima too. But I got this accent tank of I can't even remember, Aquion, I think. Accent, however you want to say it, a while ago, and I set it up, took it down, didn't like how it looked, and now I just set it up again, and I don't know, it's alright. But so I decided just to set it up like that, and I got a little bit of dragonstone and put in there for the shrimp and Indian almond leaf. There's some more of that plant I can't remember the name of. Some willow moss. I don't even know what to call this. This came in when I got some shrimp a long time ago. I just call it waterweed because it grows insane. And it really is a weed. I've got some more Ludwigia hiding behind the Indian almond leaf. And then I got some Wassertang back there. And I did have that wisteria over here. And there's some leaves floating. I'm waiting for it to get roots so I can put it in here. And I think I'm going to put one more over there, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, those guys I'm going to put right there. But in here I've got 4 Celestial Pearl Danios. There's one. Skipping about. And I did have 4 Pygmy Corridoras, but 3 of them died, and I'm not sure why. I just can't figure it out. I've had them before, and my buddy wanted some, so I gave them to him. And I just wasn't a fan of Corys back then, but I am getting partial to these little guys. So I decided to get a group of 4 and throw in this little 6-gallon. And I don't know if you can see him back there, but he's trying to hide away. But 3 of them died, but this guy seems to be going strong. He hasn't stopped since he got in the tank. And I don't know, they're cool little dudes. But yeah, I've got some random shrimp in here. I've got some cherries. You can see back there. I just saw them. There was a blue. Well, there's an orange. I think orange sticker. I'm not sure. I can't get it with the light. But there's blues in here. Reds. That orange. And there's a wild, and I think that wild is kind of a green. I'm not sure. She puts off green collar every now. Sorry about that. Green collar every now and then, but it never sticks. But yeah, let's move on to the rainbows. So these guys seem to be doing pretty good. I haven't noticed any eggs, which sucks because I've been wanting some eggs. These are my favorite rainbow shrimp, rainbow fish. Pseudo Moogill. And I'm not sure. Oh, I was about to say I'm not sure where that other female went, but there she is. I put a small power head in here because these guys seem to like the flow of this one, or of the air driven. So I just put one in there and they play in it. As you can see, the male's going crazy now that I'm over here. But they were playing it in earlier. But yeah, not too much is going on with this tank. But this is the tank that I was worried about. So I went on vacation over the weekend to the Greenbrier. If you don't know where that is, it's in West Virginia. It's a good club. The governor owns it. It's a good guy. But I went away, and I think my mom turned on my space heater because I came in and my room was hot. Like, I could barely stand it, and I love it hot. So I came over here, and this is now Fahrenheit, but it was Celsius. And it was reading 28 Celsius. And I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but 71 converts to 21.6. So just imagine what 28 is. I think it's like 84, 85, something right there. It might be more, you never know. But I came in and I had one dead under there. I had 4 left. I don't know what happened, but they were going strong. And I looked over, and I saw a buried female laying on the ground, just lifeless. And that's when my heart broke. So I wasn't chill about it either. I told her off a good bit, but it happens. Stuff happens. Mistakes happen. But I am going to get something else. I don't know what. I'm going to get rid of this so nothing else happens. I'm looking for blue. I might get some blue. I don't know. I'm not a fan of blue bolts anymore. I am, but they're not just my favorite shrimp. I did like those little guys, but the place I got them, Aquarium Creation, doesn't have them in stock anymore. So, I don't know. Well, like I said, everything's work in progress, so we're going to figure it out. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this tank. The ram's horn are breeding, obviously. Chopstick snails are, well, they're being chopstick snails. Surprisingly, that little red speck right there is Physidon's Purple Angel. And I did have it up on the sponge filter closer to the light, just trying out different ways to grow it. And fully submerged is the only way it's staying alive. And I'm not sure how. And it's only in this tank. It's fluffed up. It's bright, and it actually grew that little stem that's hanging up right there since it's been there. I'm not sure if you can tell, but that little tiny one. But Mini Plee is coming back. Mini Plee was dying. But yeah, everything else is doing all right. The Bucephalandra is growing phenomenally. I trimmed all the peacock moss, willow moss, and flame moss, as you can tell. Well, I'm not sure if you can really tell the flame moss is trimmed because it grows like crazy. But the Anubias is getting new leaves. That guy's just chilling, hanging out. Shrimp and snails were destroying this Indian almond leaf. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Next week's video is going to be just the isopods and everything. But, yeah, guys. Well, I shouldn't say next week. Next video is going to be about the isopods and all that. And then I may give y'all a sneak peek, but I kind of want to do videos on aquariums by themselves, and then, isopods and springtails and, any little extras I may have that y'all don't know about by themselves. So I think that's how we're going to do it. I don't really want to mix it up because I don't know, it gets, some people like these, some people like the other stuff. It's just a mix. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know that wasn't an amazing aquascape, but it was good enough. And I will give y'all a little sneak peek as to what's going to be in here in next video. But like I said, that's just going to be about the invertebrate, well, the non-aquatic stuff. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, share. Let me know about it. Let me know any suggestions you have. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Invertebrates etc. Links will be in the description. And yeah, have a good one. See ya.